Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new review concerning the T92E1, because for those of you interested, and I received a lot of DMs and also stream questions regarding the T92E1. You all know the 6.10 update maybe put an end at the reign of the T92E1. That's the point of this video, to see if it's still worth it to keep it or not. Basically, what happened? Wargaming removed a little bit of armor all around the tank to avoid all the spicy bounces you could get before. I remember usually when you shot this at this angle, etc., it was nearly an auto bounce, and you could use that to bounce even the biggest guns in the game because it was an auto bounce. I was not talking, it's not like you have more than 350 millimeters of penetration you can go in. No, it was an auto bounce. Now it's resolved. Still you can bounce. It happens sometimes, especially if the tank is well angled, but it's less frequent than it was. That's the first point. Also, Wargaming nerfed a couple of things, especially concerning the shell velocity. They nerfed hard the HE velocity of the tank, and to me, that's the biggest point I want to talk about in this video. I remember playing my T92E1 during the 6.9 update to be able to do a comparison with the 6.10, and I thought the HE shells were moving quite fast. Honestly, in the 6.10 update, you really have to anticipate what the enemy is doing in order for your shell to go where you want it to go. It's, they divided by a third of what it was before. It went from 920 meters seconds to 620. So yeah, that's a big difference, and you're gonna feel it when you play the T92E1. Concerning the rest, mainly the ATGMs, they did not touch anything. The ATGMs are still the same. They, ATGMs still broken as always. And for the APCRs, they removed a little bit of penetration, which can lead sometimes to some problems penetrating your targets because you went from 220 to 210. But if you manage to play it with the calibrated shells, you should go back to normal what it was before. So yeah, overall, that's it for the changes. Now, if you talk about the tank itself, you already know it's a light tank. It has a great mobility, one of the best in the game, one of the best camouflages in the game, because if you don't know, light tanks keep their values of camo the same even if they are moving. I mean, the game doesn't change your camo values depending on if you're moving or not, like it's the case for pretty much every single class of tanks in this game, except for light tanks. Light tanks have the best camo values. So it's really important because it will allow you to take really advanced position without being spotted, or even spot for your team, etc. But I mean, that's the point of a light tank. So if you don't do that with a light tank, maybe try playing on another class of tanks. Now, overall, concerning the gun itself, it's a great gun, one of the best at tier 9 regarding the fact that it's shooting ATGMs. If you don't want to be trolled with the depression, you just play missiles. Not the best damage per minute, as you can see, 1.9k. The reload time is extremely long, so really be careful about pushing someone with this tank. Never push someone you can't one-shot. That's the best advice I can give you with the T92E1, because at tier 9 you're gonna face tier 10s, and there are a lot of tier 10 medium tank that can destroy you within 17 seconds or the time of your reload time. Now, for the average damage, they did not, they slowed it down as well, but that was from the 6.9 update nerf. It went from 190 to 160, which is a good thing, especially for APCRs, and they also decreased the penetration, the alpha damage of the ATGMs to 490, which is good as well. And high explosive, and 680. Good gun depression, good gun elevation. Now, clearly, overall, that's a great tank that you might want to keep in your garage even after the nerf, and we're gonna see why in the replay coming. But before jumping into the replay, real quick, how am I equipping it? Cola, protective kit, improved fuel, ammunition. I go always for this kind of stuff. I have more APCRs because I'm not an ATGM spammer. I mean, I use ATGMs only if there is a good reasons to use them. I'm not just gonna use ATGMs because it's fun, but I still take a lot of them just in case. And also HE explosive, I take 6 of them because, let's face it, if you already have 20 APCRs in a game and you have 17 seconds of reload, even if you take 6 HE shells, you're never gonna run out of ammo. Now, equipments, quite easy. Calibrated shell to compensate with the 6.9 and the 6.10 penetration nerf. After I go for the enhanced gun laying drive, for those times I'm shooting with APCRs or HE shells. Finally, refined gun for the gun dispersion, because I wanna be able to shoot APCRs and HE in peekaboo and sneak some shots. You know, that's the best thing, refined gun for peekaboo, because when you peekaboo you don't have the time to aim, so you need to be sure to put all the chances in your side in order for your shell to go where you're aiming, even if you're not fully aimed. That's why I go for the refined gun. After, for the vitality defense system, because this one is only for ramming and I'm not gonna ram anything in the light tank. After, I go for the improved assembly, because I don't need to strengthen the armor, which is not existing on this tank. The toolbox to repair faster. Finally, I go for the improved optics, because I'm not a tank destroyer and I'm not gonna cam, so I don't need the camonet. After, engine accelerator, because overall the mobility is already great, so why not try to improve it a little bit. And finally, consumable delivery system that will increase the number of times I can use adrenaline during a game, because with 17 seconds of reload it's completely useless to use high-hand consumables, because you will be able to shoot only once with while your adrenaline is running. So overall, that's how I'm playing the tank. Now let's go back into the replay. Alright guys, concerning the replay, as you can see we are top tier, and that's a great news. I'm gonna tell you why. First thing first, of course, you don't need me to know that a tank is gonna be better and you're gonna do better things if you're top tier, because you're gonna face weaker tanks than your tier itself. But also, what I love about the T92E1 in this kind of situation where you're top tier is probably the fact that it makes the tank extremely versatile. You can both try to take out the heavy tanks by using your TGMs, camping behind the corner and just using them without being spotted just to destroy them, because let's face it, with 310mm of penetration using calibrated shells, you are not gonna struggle penetrating any tier 8 tanks. So that's the first thing. Also, if you want to play it more like in a sneaky way, you can try to circle getting to the tank destroyers, shooting them, or also just spotting them for your team, which is gonna take care of killing them. But also, if you want to play against mediums, as you have a huge alpha damage, you're gonna scare them, especially if they are tier 8, because at tier 8, if you take a shot from a T92E1, it will take out 1/3 of your life. And trust me, you're gonna think twice before rushing a T92E1 in a tier 8 medium. So yeah, overall that's why I love playing this tank at tier 8, sorry, and that's why I would recommend to you to keep it in your garage, just to be able to get these kind of games where you are top tier and you're the alpha male of your game. Now, focusing on the replay itself, as you can see at the beginning, I tried to take an advanced position. I wanted to spot, and we had two really great shots with HEGMs on the Ori tier 2. If I was the Ori, I would have probably already insulted myself, because HEGMs are cancer, let's face it. And here, so that bounce, when I told you during the review that you could still bounce the tank if it was angle enough for you to do so, it's clearly the case. Even if Wargaming tried to reduce the penetration, the armor, sorry, of the tank, it's still broken if you manage yourself to artificially increase it by taking positions that angle your tank too much, way too much, which will result in just an auto bounce from your enemies. Now, regarding the main problem of the T92E1 and the Sheridan in general, I think the main problem with these tanks is the gun dispersion. You have 0.34, and that's so freaking accurate for this kind of gun. It really allows you to sneak shots with peekaboo techniques, etc. Really, with the Sheridan and T92E1, it's really rare that I miss my shots. Even if in streams I suck a lot playing these tanks, I don't know why, but when I'm off stream, I don't really miss my shots with this tank. And it's gonna make a huge difference. Just imagine, nobody's saying the KV2 is OP, everybody's saying the KV2 is fun. Why is everybody saying the KV2 is fun and not OP? Because of the gun dispersion. Why is everybody telling the Smasher is OP? Because of the gun dispersion. With the Smasher, you can right click and destroy everything, putting 900 damage. With the KV2 you need to aim. That's the same problem we have with the T92E1 and the Sheridan. These tanks are extremely effective concerning the gun dispersion, and that's probably why they can be one of the deadliest tanks at their tier. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the review. I know it's not the best game, but it still showed you all the strong things about the tank, the armor, the alpha damage, and of course, the ATGMs that you can use. Thank you all for watching, hope to see you soon, and take care of yourself, guys.